Hello boys and girls and canines of the DUI. This is bDS coming to you yet again from the luxurious and mysterious DUI Inc. studios. And I know, you're all wondering what happened to the DUI Inc. glitz and glamour. Well, today there's going to be a slight change of tone. My last few promos have been like laser beams, acutely aimed with deadly accuracy, but today I'm going for a wide dispersal. Two great big blazing barrels of buckshot brutally blasting my boldly backstabbing brothers. So, let's start with a few facts. Certain people have been known members of Lethal Injection, and now often they would join the ranks of LI as a part of some kind of swerve. And also, some members of LI have been unceremoniously ejected. Now, these joinings and ejections inevitably cause and have caused huge power shifts, particularly back in the former DWI. And I ask you, what eventually came of these power shifts? Well, Lethal Injection took over, that's what happened. And even while LI's numbers shift from great to small over time, somehow they're able to manage incredible shenanigans. How is that possible? Especially if they're making enemies of their own members by tossing them out all over the place. The one, in particular, has been extremely vocal about putting an end to LI once he was kicked to the curb, and was even trying to recruit others to join him in this mission, so I guess that shows at least he's been reformed. Then again, when DUI Inc. approached him several months ago demonstrating that we were of like mind and purpose in wanting to see LI taken down conveniently, the one just didn't seem to understand our message. And even funnier than that, after DUI Inc. finally accomplished what the one was threatening to do for months upon months, all of a sudden DUI Inc. is the bad guy. And now, Doc and Game are practically saints to the one, worthy of avenging. Even after we took the one's suggestion to heart and ruled on the title situation favoring his opinions, we were somehow worse than Doc and Game. How is that possible? Now isn't that food for thought? Come to think of it, why didn't anyone else join you one on your crusade to end Lethal Injection? Not even the topmost candidate? A fellow LI dejectee, the lone wolf himself, the donger, Big Ben? Speaking of Ben, it's always great to hear from the old voice of the DWI, and I gotta ask, why so quiet for so long, donger? I guess you were quite content while Lethal Injection was in power, biting your tongue? Minding your P's and Q's? And now suddenly you're speaking out? Well, Mr. Middle of the Road. Oh, what? Did I just hear the distant cry of a wounded mongrel? Let me ask you something, Ben. How is it that you didn't cry out to the world when you discovered, so many months ago, that I was behind DUI Inc.? Oh, you heard it. That's right, folks. Ben reached out to me and asked if I was the one behind DUI Inc. And guess what? I told him the truth. And then you know what happened? Nothing. He didn't join us in the battle against LI, oh no, but he also didn't speak out against what we were doing. He didn't say a single word. Can you believe that? That Ben kept his big mouth shut about who was behind DUI Inc.? Is that possible? I mean, he's so outspoken. Well, he certainly didn't speak out publicly. There was no promo, nor any outward call to arms. So who could he have told? Who could he have turned to with this information? Could it be the very people who are allowing him such a prolonged DUI title reign? I'm just asking the question, folks. But I'm sure most of you have already done the math on this deal anyway. Otherwise, you would have joined the one on his Don Quixote-like quest to put an end to the lethal administration. Something he now begs to have back, like his career somehow depends on it. Who knows, maybe it does. You do have to wonder, why was the Scooby-Doo sketch such a big hit? Most jokes are funny because they're true. Am I wrong? Am I the crazy one? The one thing I will agree with you on, Ben, although I feel your motives may be somewhat self-centered or misplaced, is asking why our interim GM has been so silent. I'm sure you guys are waiting for me to tell you why, but I honestly don't know. All I can really tell you, folks, is that ADS is a little demented, you know. But maybe if you encourage him some, tell him how special he is, maybe, just maybe, he will grace us with an address. And it may take a lot of encouraging, so don't give up on him too easy now, and let him know what you really think. But here's where I will take issue with you, Ben, when it comes to ADS and his episode at the end of the DWI. Now, didn't you yourself experience a bit of an episode back then, Ben? Sorry, maybe bit of an episode is the wrong choice of words. How about a big episode? How about you tell everyone what happened there, Benster, and maybe explain yourself a little before you go casting stale biscuits from the comfort of your crystalline dog carrier. Tell everyone who Big was, or is, and maybe, most importantly, why don't you explain where Big exactly went? Since you're all talkative these days, there's a topic for you. And while you're at it, how about you reassure everyone how you're no longer affiliated with Lethal Injection, and how you may have bad blood with them for how they mistreated you in the past, but now you're just gonna let it all go and be the bigger man. Wow, I have to admire that. I mean, how does a lone wolf survive in a wilderness ruled by the biggest pack? It just isn't natural. Maybe it's those big bad wolf teeth of yours. Oh, I'm surprised Mala hasn't been scared off by those. Then again, you haven't opened your mouth too wide in some time, so maybe she just doesn't know yet what you're capable of. But you can't hide in Grandma's pink fluffy housecoat for long, Wolfie. Little Blue Riding Hood will see through your disguise, eventually. And for my last stop on the Once a Member of LI tour for today, I would like to quote something the One said in a recent promo, and I quote, "I do not want to be a member of LI." End quote. I do not want to be a member of LI. Think about that. He didn't say that he wasn't a member of LI. He said that he didn't want to be a member. Could the One be in a compromised position? Could the One somehow be cornered into serving Lethal Injection despite what may truly be a legitimate grudge? Is that possible? I mean, I know I'm saying it, but how on earth is that possible? Sorry, I gotta sneeze. Crystal! Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I must be coming down with something. Anyway, I think I've said more than enough on that topic. Perhaps I've said too much. Oh, and one last thing, great job on the commentary for that Deja Poo match. Although I will have to declare you the loser of that challenge. Shit Pit and Caw were the decisive winners. Oh, look at the ratings. The rating for their match was almost triple what yours were. The numbers don't lie. And I think if you ever want to call another big-time match, maybe you're gonna need a little practice. I tell you what, call the DUI front office one, check with my head secretary, and maybe I can free up a couple of months to help you get anywhere close to not embarrassing yourself again. That way, you'll be ready. And I'm certain that we'll have fun. Now, setting aside Big Ben and the One, the Lethal Injection shadow members, who have stolen the time I should be spending on praising my fellow DUI Inc. members, like the Tiny Family, the Gambler, the Professor, and Marianne, I would like to spend my few remaining moments addressing the last remaining dregs of the Lethal Injection troupe. The Rugged Rebel, Kia Bitch, and the RD. You three might think you know whether or not Ben and the One were truly ousted from LI. And you may feel completely secure in your LI membership status, do you? And based on the Rebels' last promo, it clearly means a lot to you guys. But if you believe that Ben and the One were truly tossed to the curb by the forefathers of LI, what makes you think there's any loyalty felt toward you? Who knows? Maybe if it weren't for DUI Inc.'s intervention, perhaps one or all of you wouldn't even be members of Lethal Injection right now. And here's the real question. Why did you become members of Lethal Injection to begin with? Tired of feeling like the underdog? Tired of losing out on title opportunities? Well, DUI Inc. is now the biggest faction in DUI history, so we're certainly not the underdogs. And seeing as Kia is the DUI champion, and the Rugged Rebel is perhaps on his way to Tag Team Gold, unassuredly the RD will soon rise again to great heights. Then again, RD does seem to have exhibited some kind of psychological block in his latest promo, but I really can't get into all of that right now. The point is, You guys are not only thriving under the new administration, perhaps even better than under the lethal administration, you're also cutting promos at the top of your game. So really, what's the issue? I'll leave you with that thought. And just to lighten the mood before ending this blab fest, here's a little joke for yous. Okay. How many LI members does it take to screw a light bulb? Simple. The answer is 2. And what's the joke, you ask? Well, if you're not the dimmest bulb in the bunch, you should be able to figure it out. I hope you've all found this promo to be enlightening. That's me done. Tune in next time, and maybe I'll have something to say about you. Thank you. Drive through. Oh, and one last thing. To all those who oppose me and my DUI Inc. brethren, prepare to be cuffed and stuffed. Coo, 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 coo.